2018 Chevrolet Corvette. The Chevrolet Corvette is entering its fifth year of production as the C7, the seventh generation of the top GM sports car, and it's enjoyed a highly successful run thus far. Gorgeous and astonishingly fast, with handling that's free from excuses, a base Corvette is a sports car bargain, a machine that performs well above its station in life. So what happens when you pump a Vette up to more extreme levels? You get the Z06. Featuring a supercharged V8 engine, an adjustable suspension, tunable exhaust and all kinds of go-fast aero bits, the Z06 is the top performance model in the Corvette range, until the rumored ZR1 appears for a limited engagement and an all-new, mid-engine Corvette debuts as the C8 sometime soon. I spent the week in a new 2018 Corvette Z06 Coupe during an unseasonably warm autumn spell to see just how different it is from lesser versions. Until now, I'd only ever driven convertible versions of this generation of the Corvette, and while the soft-top version is attractive in its own way, the coupe really is better looking. Having no roof accentuates the car's massive rear haunches, while keeping the hatchback roofline in place makes it look low, sleek and much more exotic than anything Detroit has produced in some time. The fact that this almost Italianate styling is available on a car that costs a fraction of what a Ferrari or Lamborghini runs is a testament to GM's design studios. It's 5 years old and still looks dynamite, and the Z06 takes things up a notch further. In the Z06, you get more aggressive front and rear styling, larger supercharged badges on the fenders, and unique wheels. There's a more aggressive rear spoiler and optional front aerodynamics, as well, mostly done in carbon fiber or plastic. You don't even need to splurge for the convertible to enjoy open-air motoring. Every Corvette coupe ships from the factory with a removable roof panel that stows in the cargo area. It's made of carbon fiber and can be removed by just one person, if that person has long enough arms, and it lets plenty of air into the cabin on a nice day. It doesn't afford the same kind of external visibility as the convertible, but it's a rigid roof that allows the Corvette to participate in track days without needing an aftermarket roll bar. That's important for the Z06, because the track is where you're going to want to spend some time. Powering the Z06 isn't the Corvette's standard 455 horsepower, 6.2-liter V8, but rather a supercharged version that puts out a whopping 650 horsepower and 650 pounds-feet of torque. It's mated to either a 7-speed manual transmission or an 8-speed automatic, even in the Z06. Power goes to the rear wheels. My test car had the 7-speed manual, which features a rev-matching feature that I found to be unusual at first, then indispensable the more familiar I became with the car. My only issue with the transmission is that it has so many speeds, it can be a little confusing in daily use. With 4 forward shift gates and 4 back towards you, reverse is also down and to the right, it's easy to struggle to find 5th versus 7th, 6th versus 4th on a downshift. Every now and then you'll find you've accidentally selected the wrong gear, though the gear display on the gauge cluster or in the head-up display does help. Acceleration from the supercharged engine is nothing short of brutal. The clutch take-up is smooth, shifter action is direct, and the thrust that accompanies a bellowing noise out back is fantastic. The Z06 features several drive modes that can be customized. They're selectable via a rotary knob on the center console. Keep it in comfort and the Vette rundles around town as happy as a cruise, providing easy power-assisted steering, a quiet engine note and a reasonably compliant ride, though it still sits on super low-profile Michelin Pilot Super Sport summer tires on 19-inch front and 20-inch rear wheels. Pop it into sport mode and everything gets a notch sportier indeed. The engine gets louder, the throttle gets more responsive, steering effort increases and the ride stiffens up a bit. Track mode gets serious, making everything more aggressive and shutting off stability control, not a good idea for anyone driving one of these things on the street. There's also an eco mode available for trying to wring every last mpg out of a gallon of premium, plus an inclement weather mode in case you get caught in a serious rainstorm. I largely kept things in sport mode but adjusted the exhaust independently to the track setting, which opens up the pipes and releases all the oral fury of that amazing V8. I do wish I'd been able to get some track time in the Z06, as this thing is made for the road circuit. I stretched its legs a bit on some less traveled back roads, but all that did was leave me wanting more. The control the Corvette Z06 provides, the rewarding feedback from a chassis tuned them near perfectly for aggressive, sporty driving, the sonorous engine with endless, effortless power, this is one of the best super sports cars in the world. It could easily go head-to-head with anything Italian or Japanese and roundly embarrass cars costing tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars more.